40 ways lives were instantly ruined. According to Reddit, I'll be pulling from multiple lists, so don't mind the numbers. Number 12 on the first list. In middle school, my friend and I really got into catfishing, but back when we didn't know it had a name. We would make fake MySpace profiles and get on chat rooms pretending to be other people. There used to be a cell phone company called Alltel. They had prepaid phones with unlimited texting as long as you had minutes, and you could change your number just by minutes or just by calling and following automated instructions. So we would always talk to all these people pretending to be someone else, and when someone busted us or got too weird, we'd just change our number. Sometimes we would even switch phones over the weekend and pretend to be each other's pretend identities. I don't know why, we were just dumb fucking kids. Well, my friend ended up with this extra weird dude. She told him she was 15, which was actually 2 years older than she really was. He was a serious pervert and wanted to do some really freaking shit, like send him naked pictures while she's laying in her parents' bed. Pretty much everything he wanted her to do involved sneaking around her parents. Like he got off on knowing she could be caught by them at any time. Of course, she never did any of that because he thought she was a petite blonde white girl and she was really Native American. That's when he starts wanting her to sneak around or sneak out and meet him. It was more like he wanted to sneak in through her bedroom window and have sex with her while her parents slept in the next room. Like I said, we were fucking dumbasses and decided to take the opportunity to do our version of To Catch a Predator. But we didn't actually want to meet the guy, so the first one gotta have kid. Well, it's not kid rape, okay? It's everything's gonna be fine. But we didn't actually want to meet the guy, so we sent him to next door to my mean-ass neighbor's house. He once shot my dog with a BB gun for peeing in his driveway. It was the reason behind our decision. He drove from from another area code on the other side of the state. Don't know exactly what town he lived in. We turned out all the lights and ran around trying to peek out the curtains to see, but we never really got a good look. He started calling her phone back to back and we started hearing shouting, then gunshots. It did not come from a BB gun. My parents woke up and we watched the guy get taken away in an ambulance and his truck was impounded. My parents were really freaked out. They thought our neighbor got robbed. I don't know what the guy told my neighbor or the police he was doing there. I never found out anything about it, but I'm going to guess that he didn't tell them he was trying to have sex with a 15-year-old. I'm not sure if it ruined his life, but I'm sure it fucked him up quite a bit. This all happened over a decade ago. One thing I know for sure is I'm monitoring my children's online activities. Yeah, because you were a freak. Oh my god, too long didn't read. A friend and I met perverts online, sent him to my neighbor's house. He got shot. Hello everyone. Here's hoping you've enjoyed this edition of Kyle Theater. I'm kidding, we're only at the beginning. Do me a favor and like that damn video. 40 of you here. You guys must have been mad as hell that I started this off late. But it's all a tactic or something, right? Anyway, I went to Chipotle for the first time. Congratulate me. Congratulate me. Oh my god. Number 11. I confronted my mom when I suspected she was having an affair with an underaged boy. What the fuck kind of list is this? This one just says Redditors who have completely ruined someone's life. What happened? But all of these happen to be with underage people. That's how you know they got them spicy bing bong when they're underage. You know what I'm talking about? Wow. I confronted my mom when I suspected she was having an affair with an underaged boy. She denied it, and my family hated me for causing drama and repeatedly accusing her. Eventually, she confessed and went to prison. My dad stood by her when she wasn't strong. Fucked underage boys, trying to carry on. Oh, it won't be long until he is legal then fucking will be okay. You gotta bend over for her brother when she need it in. We gonna need somebody. So my dad stood by her. I saw him cry for the first time. Okay. Oh yeah, we saw him. What a cuck. Oh my god. Look, nigga. I don't know what marriage is like. Certainly not trying to stay together. Emmy says, I can't deal with you tonight. Oh my god. Okay, so he decided. He visited her every single visitation. After being released, she was on strict probation for years. She wasn't able to return to her job, and my dad finally divorced her because she was still selfish and always blamed other people for what happened. It took him that long. Okay, they had a lot of debt at the time, and now she is impoverished. But she never did say sorry or take responsibility for what she did. Classic woman, okay? So I try not to feel too guilty now. See, this is Reddit just 2 years ago, man. Look at how every entry is just juicier than the last. As we continue up, we arrive at number 10, baby. Wow. Jesus Christ, write me a life story, why don't you? Do I need a drink of water here or something? Oh my god. What happened? Nothing. Hey, we went to Chipotle, and I asked this girl. Okay, here's why Hannah's laughing. Because Hannah was sitting next to me while we were eating. And then I passed her the drink and I said, hey, try this. Because when we were there, I asked the girl, hey, which one of these do you recommend? And she goes, that one right there. So I take it and then I go, man, this sucks. And I give it to Hannah and I'm like, try it. And when she was drinking it, I go, and the girl was so cute. And then she just starts laughing as if that's it, because as if that's supposed to have some kind of bearing on whether or not, well, look, pretty girls ain't supposed to like nasty shit. I'm just kidding. She wasn't that great, I did get Hannah to, nearly do a spit take on my very expensive computer, okay? So as we go from there, number 10. Between my freshman and sophomore year in high school, my mother's boyfriend began staying over at our second-floor apartment in New Jersey. Okay. I didn't mind because he seemed to treat her well and was nice enough to me and my younger brother. Near the end of the summer, he began to drink more and more often and tell stories of being in the military in South America. He was 6'2" and weighed about 260 pounds, kind of muscular with a big chest and a big torso. I would guess he was in his early 40s. He claimed to have done the old palm strike to the nose death blow. If y'all know anything about that, it's pretty much just like causing the nose to go up into the skull cavity. Straight into the brain, You can kill people that way. Holy bing bong. He stated he sent bone shards right into the brain. He claimed to know over 40 more ways to kill a man barehanded through military and martial arts training. I went away to sleep away varsity football camp at maybe 165 pounds, 5'7", 15 years old. I would describe myself as athletic but not very aggressive. I preferred to be a thinking competitor that valued technique and determination over strength and anger. You better be autistic with this long woo boy. After that week, I felt like I had a better concept of the physics of being an offensive guard and a middle linebacker. I was going to start a JV inside linebacker and guard and be the third string on the varsity for those positions. But I did get to start on the kickoff and kick return special teams. I am dying. That meant I was occasionally hitting and blocking seniors who were men sized 200 pounds plus, sized athletes effectively. Okay. The evening I got home, as I climbed the stairs to our apartment, the sound of arguing was distinct. I recognized the voices of my mother and her boyfriend, and I never heard them argue before. I entered the kitchen and started getting food from the fridge as soon as I dropped my giant duffel bag of nasty practice clothes. My mother was now yelling for him to get out from the bedroom. Something smashed. I rushed in to see my mother had thrown a lamp at him, and he was still coming towards her. I get between them and I tell him that he has to go. He ignores me and tells my mom to calm down and starts trying to walk through me. I put my hand on his chest. Since he continues to walk, I drive him back into the kitchen with my newly improved offensive line skills. Nigga. I stop and back away when his back hits the wall. He said something to the effect of, "This is not the time to try to be a man." My mother opens the door to the hallway and the stairs and yells for him to get out. She said that he had hurt her. I look at my mother and finally notice her eyes are swollen and bruised. Her nose is bleeding, so is her top lip. There is blood on her shirt. I realized that he had hit her. Do you realize? Really time to be a man now, boy. I turn back to this. Enemy, is what I remember thinking. He had gotten into some of the martial arts stance and warned me to stay out of it because I knew what he could do. This nigga was drunk. I was going to throw him out. I rushed him. He missed his strikes. I locked my arms around his waist, probably airing him out, with my shoulder hitting his gut hard, and easily spun his back towards the door. I drove my legs. My mother got out of the way and told me to stop. I didn't stop until he was out into the hall at the top of the staircase. I stopped driving and blocked the door. My mother told him to leave. He seemed confused and started walking back towards the door. I don't remember planning it. I executed a spot-on stepping sidekick to his sternum. He fell down a full flight of stairs, damaging the banister as he fell. His legs and head, or fell what? He damaged the banister as well as his legs and head. No obvious cuts, but he was visibly swelling and limping as my mother threatened to call the cops. He drove away. My mother cried and was scared to call the police, and scared because she knew that he had guns and lots of knives in his house and car. I didn't know how to comfort her. You know, how do you comfort a mom? Look. Hey, look, everybody, I'm gonna stop you right here. All right. Now, we're not going to win any awards for being nice guys. One of my favorite quotes, you hear me say it all the time from The Simpsons, is there's being nice and there's being right. He actually delivers the line, there's being right and there's being nice. You know what I mean? But the bottom line is this. If you have a parent, whether it's a man or a woman, that you feel strongly enough for, like, you know, you love them, let's use words like that, you care about them, how can you just stand idly by and watch this motherfucker get hurt? That's one thing, okay? If somebody was in my midst and they put their hands on my mom, I would have to kill this nigga. It's as simple as that. You see what I'm saying? Man, he's gonna need to really execute some gangster shit to get away from me faster than these fucking heavy ass Kyle blows. I'm pretty sure I could just fall on a nigga and kill him. Do you get what I'm saying? Moving on, right? Moving on. If the guy is out of the house, right, and your mom is too scared to do anything about it, like, do you consider it your responsibility to move this woman or man to fucking do the right thing? I think the right thing is making sure that this nigga fucking seeks a little bit of, you know what I'm talking about? Especially in this day and age where it's like women, here's the thing, maybe I'm on the wrong side of this because I'm already biased, because I know what it's like to have a woman just say some shit that ain't true and then get the law on her side and get everybody believing her. But the bottom line is this: when you have fucking evidence, right? You could take a picture of this bitch's face, you know? All you really got to do is prove that she didn't just bust her own face up. You get what I'm saying? And if you can do that, you can prove that this nigga did this shit. What you bust yourself up so bad that she was bleeding her own blood and all kind of shit like this? What are you talking about, man? Why would she not do anything because she's scared of guns and knives? Like, is she so scared that she thinks that this shit won't happen again? Look, if the woman too scared to not be, you know, emotional and just be dumb, I feel like it was this kid's responsibility to make damn sure that this little motherfucker came to a little bit of consequences, all right? But remember, ladies and gentlemen, we're in the middle of a list about ruining people's lives, so I very much hope that as we travel to the end of this list, that's exactly what's going to be happening. The reason that I stopped is to say this: if you are a person that is in the midst, like, you know, sometimes we don't ask to be a part of some shit, but if you see somebody getting fucked up and they are basically, and this is what I'm going to say, too stupid to seek help, you need to figure out a way to make them help themselves, because this is getting pathetic. All right. Like, this is your mom you're talking about. And if your mom is, I don't want to do anything about it, you'd be like, all right, mom, let's just go down to the police station and do something that's not reporting him, you dumb bitch. And then when we get there, just report this nigga. Yeah, hey, you see the way she looked? This nigga beat her up. No, I'm not going to press charges. All right, man. All right, man. I need to find Twitter or something. God damn. God damn. As we continue this list, though, during the next couple of days, she found us a new apartment in Jersey City that was cheaper, where I had always lived and missed. Our little over a year in Bayonne. Okay. The town next door was over. Does that make sense? Our little over a year in Bayonne, then the next town over was over. The next door was over. I don't get it. I continued attending Marist High School and never told any of the teachers or guidance counselors about the incident. I told a few friends and one long-term high school girlfriend. I played sports every season, swimming. Boy, this better be relevant, nigga. I'm done. I'm done hearing about you and all these sports. I made myself different that day. Okay. Is this it? I'm 42 years old now. You know, less than a week after the incident, he drove himself to a parking lot of a different high school and killed himself in the car with a shotgun.
That's not you ruining someone's life.
Yeah, you didn't ruin this nigga's life.
A guy killing himself.
A guy just killed himself. So here's what's up. Your mom was really right to fucking get your asses the hell out of there. You know? But I feel she was really wrong to not seek police fucking security as best she could before getting the hell away from this guy. Because this nigga is unstable, dude. That's unstable. Dude drove himself to a, And it says here that we still moved. So this means that this happened before they moved. We don't care about this guy telling us his lifetime story. My mother was a drug addict who killed herself by intentional overdose over 8 years ago. And then his mom went on to kill himself, man. This is fucking, well, abysmal. Abysmal, abysmal, abysmal. I know it's a lot of responsibility when some kids are left to be able to, you know, be the responsible ones. But fuck me, man. You can't just let people flounder sometimes. We were talking just today about how some people just won't change. So it's not your responsibility to try to help them when they can't help themselves. But this is your fucking mom we talking about. And if she's too stupid to basically seek justice against her attacker, my dude, you know, try to help her out in that department, not just for your safety, but for hers. This dude drove himself to a fucking parking lot and shot himself in the brains. What's to stop him from just coming back over, shooting y'all, and then doing himself? You see what I'm saying? Protect yourself, my dudes. I don't want it to seem like Kyle's hitting y'all with the equivalent of a like, oh, well, what were you wearing after a rape or some shit? But the bottom line is, man, you gotta do when you can do, as opposed to just going, well, I guess things just hope out for the best. Like, nigga, what? What do you mean you hope they work out? Number 9, he deserved it. Yeah, this is how I like a story to start off. Okay, so I'm kind of a pod person, and I play a long game. My ex never bothered to pay attention and thought that he was always smarter than me. I was finishing high school and became deeply depressed and thought that finishing school would make my depression go away. I was right. But he didn't see that. But before he broke up with me, he helped me move. He used the occasion to steal all the paperwork for my dog. After we broke up, he decided that my dog was actually his dog and made my life hell because I wouldn't just give him my dog. He called the police all the time saying I had robbed his place, that I stole his dog, and I did all these terrible things. The police, or someone posing as them, never figured that out. Would call my boss at the new job. He told everyone we knew that I was just some nut job threatening him. He sued me for my dog in superior court. Well, I assume so because he never specified that he wanted the dog back in the complaint. I answered in a way only an attorney could figure out how to resolve, so he never prosecuted the suit further. But he then broke into my apartment while I was at work and stole my dog. It was awful. He had secretly made a copy of the keys when he helped me move, and I don't know if he had been in my place before that incident. That is sick, dude. Jesus Christ, that's Creep City. I wasn't able to get a restraining order. How? And it took the police 9 months to assign a detective. I told the cops not to bother because he had given my dog to his relative on the other side of the country by that point. So through all this, I kept my hands and thoughts to myself. I gathered up all the paperwork I could get. I filed notices to the court in the suit against with updates about the dog napping, and then I waited. I know that in the long run, everything evens out and I would have a day, or have my day. About 18 months after he stole my dog, I got a call from the security clearance people in the army. The asshat enlisted in a position requiring clearance. It was a job that he had been wanting. Well, I said I'd be happy to tell the agency everything I knew. I gathered up my file, made notes, booked the nice conference room at my nice office, made a copy of the paperwork for the investigator. It was nearly a 4-hour interview. I gave him everything. He stole my dog. Who his Adderall dealer was, how he hated different religious groups, you name it. He didn't get his clearance, never went to the Army's language school, and got stuck at a podunk base in West Texas for 5 years. He's now fat, bald, single, unemployed, and sleeping on his kid brother's couch. Your life equals fucked. Life equals fucked. Your life equals fucked. Oh, boy. Who is this motherfucker commenting on shit? Some bitch named Jess Evie is commenting on another video that I'm doing right now. Let's see what Jess Evie says. Jess Evie says,
"You and Stripes reacting to different videos, those usually get a lot of views, like reacting to cooking fails."
Yeah, you on my channel telling me what gets views? Me and Stripes reacting to anything? We've ever done that? We've never done that. Bitch. What the fuck you talking about? Yo, ugly ass. Gotta put ugh, apostrophe, ass. I'm streaming right now. Ho. And you gay. Faggot. Or no, you know what? No, that's spelled with an O. So put that. And then Control A, delete it all. I'm just gonna write wrong. And then I'm streaming. Oh. That'll work. Alright, being a bully on the internet over. Let's continue the list. I'm only doing it for entertainment purposes, guys. Jeez. It's crazy to think we're only 3 entries into this list. I really hope everybody's having a wonderful night. You guys deserve just to feel amazing and be amazing. Whether or not you have big peepees or huge boobies, you know? Even if you're average or below, I still love you, you know? Go see Black Panther. It was pretty good. Wow. I don't care. I don't care what you go see. I just think it was entertaining. Jeez. Like this video, and I'll have a surprise for you later. Not a surprise, but it's a question that I've been meaning to ask, but it's a pretty ridiculous question. So, only if we get like 50 likes or something will I ask this really personal and sexually charged question. I'm kidding. Number 8. I built homes in Juarez and Oaxaca for families that were living in scrap shacks. These regions became even more inundated by cartel violence over the years. Some of these families were murdered by the cartels for their homes. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. Well, that was a bit fucking scarier and crueler than I wanted it to be. And for people who may not be aware of what the hell I said, basically there are these people that were, you know, just a step up from homeless out there, living in kind of these shitty shacks. So some guy took it upon himself to go out there being sweet and build them, you know, some decent homes. And then over time, the cartels, which are basically like, you know, drug gangs, came and killed these motherfuckers for the places. That is fucking disgusting. That's so sad. That's so sad. As we continue to number 6, after years of suffering through my brother. Shut up. Hey, y'all wanna, you know what? If I can get 60 likes on this video, I will show you a fucking channel that I found today, motherfucker. That is a fucking gold mine. Y'all think I'm just hyping this shit up for likes? Fucking trust me. fucking trust me. You ever find a channel on YouTube where you think to yourself, this is a fucking joke, this man ain't really like this. So you go through all of the other videos and you're just like, this is an act. This is an act that this dude is putting on. But then you see the scores of videos with like no views where this is who this dude really is. This is who this dude really is. And I'm gonna say it to you like this. When I find this channel and I see these videos, I think to myself immediately, I should download all of this shit. Because this is not gonna be here forever. Do you understand me? This is not gonna be here forever. Oh my God. Oh boy. Number 6. After years of suffering through my brother's idiocy and downright illegal behavior, I turned him in for taking out multiple credit cards in my name. What an asshole. I was trying to buy a house and I had no idea I had 3 credit cards instead of 1. Even more importantly, I didn't know why 2 of them were maxed out. He broke into my apartment, or he broke into my parents' safe, and they actually used my mom's fucking birthday as combinations. Got all of my personal information, took out credit cards. He did it to my parents too. This was after he had stolen jewelry, sentimental grandmother jewelry, right out from my drawer. He threatened to stab my mom. He stole one of my dad's work vans. Somehow he managed to not get jail, but he's on probation with a long record. Oh man. Hopefully some of these assholes get what's coming to them, man. This is nuts. You know what I mean? Because the scary thing is, a lot of us, and I say this because I know you guys enough to know that you guys are sweet. And even if you guys occasionally do bad shit, maybe you were just drunk. Maybe you were just, a little fucking high. You know what I'm talking about? Maybe you were just doing some things to make ends meet or following along with other people's shit. I know you guys are decent to your core. And even if you do things that occasionally come off bad, you did it with the best of intentions. But I bet a lot of you guys get a lot of shit, even though what you guys do is nothing compared to the borderline theft, to the bold-faced lies that people look in each other's faces and tell people. Like, people could get fucked over right in front of your face, and then people will turn to you and give you all of this shit for just, doing you, and it's pretty fucked up. I'm sorry if you guys are getting that heat when you're just trying to live a nice life and pretty much leave everybody the fuck alone. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy when you wake up in the morning and you really don't want to do anybody any harm? You don't want to bother anybody, and you want that same treatment in return. That's really all you want, is to be left alone because you leave everybody else alone. And instead, even though people are out here backstabbing niggas, like, you're the one who's getting all this shit. But you know what? Things will work out for you, and your enemies, as this other guy put it, they'll get what's coming to them. Maybe not a shotgun in the mouth, but there are worse things than dying. Number 3 is where we're not at. I turned to my best friend after I saw his plan to murder some classmates, Columbine style. And by turn 2, I mean I turned in. Holy shit. Well, he stopped the shooting. Somebody else says, on behalf of everyone who was ever a student, thanks. Oh boy. Yo, Columbine was crazy, my nigga. God damn. It was crazy. Number 3. I sued a couple for everything they had. As we near the end of it, they told me that I've ruined their families' lives. Okay. Backstory. There were my dad's estate's executors. The mom was already dead and became my guardians. They told me I was adopted, which wasn't true, since it turns out I was a Crown ward and I lived with them. From then, my dad died on... I lived with them from when my dad died on the 8th birthday until they kicked me out around the 16th or the 17th. These are ages. I am sorry. When I was around 16 or 17 years old, it turns out that when the estate funds exhaust themselves, or that was when... Jesus, I'm sorry. Should I just start over? This is a nightmare. This is a nightmare. Listen, I sued a couple for everything that they had. As we were near the end of it, they told me that I ruined their fucking lives. Here's the backstory. They were my dad's estate executors. They were the executors of the estate. My mom was already dead, and they became my guardians. They told me I was adopted, which wasn't true, since it turns out that I was a crown ward and lived with them from when my dad died on the 8th birthday until the time they kicked me out when I was around 16 or 17 years old. It turns out what the estate's funds Jesus. This is so I don't know why it's so technical for me to read. Turns out when the estate's funds exhausted themselves, so I had help and had them served. The evidence points that they used the money on themselves and were really awful caretakers of both me and the estate. I'm 24 now, a lot has happened, most of it not so good. This should be settled at some point in December 2015. After 5 years of judicial process, I don't feel bad that their lives are ruined, but I don't feel vindictive. If anything, I find it sad how pathetic they became to steal from an orphan. You know what the sad part about this is? Take it from somebody who knows when I have to write things for anybody that's not me, that I need to be very deliberate and choose carefully the words that I use, so that not if, nigga, but when things are blown out of proportion, I can always refer back to what I fucking wrote and how carefully I chose those words, so that when people inevitably take it the wrong way, I can go, look at what I wrote and look at how you're taking it. You know, you're free to, infer what the fuck ever you want, but that's clearly not what was implied, because I went out of my way to say things a very specific way. And the way that this guy writes this, it's as if he's used to having to fucking say everything a specific way so that it can't come back and be used against him. And that's something you learn from experience, my nigga, you know, when everybody is constantly trying to twist your words and play that bullshit ball with you. I'm sad. My heart goes out to this motherfucker. That's why it's not rolling off my damn tongue, okay? Because I can't read this shit. What is Kelly Mon Kiki talking about? LOL. Today, Junior. What does that mean? Are y'all talking about Black Panther again? Did Mario say I wore a leather jacket to school during Halloween once and got in trouble because another student thought I was going as a school shooter? Yeah. Okay. Can you imagine? Are you dressed as a school shooter because of that leather jacket? You better take that off, young man. You better take that off. Whoa, is that a skull and crossbones on your shirt? You better take that off, young man. This is a nice Christian school. You're not going to come fucking it up here. Number 2, a friend of mine went through a rough patch with his significant other when she left him. He never drank. I was pretty reliant on alcohol at the time. I convinced him to have some drinks with me and get his mind off of things. The night of drinks led to more and more until he becomes as reliant as me, if not more. He was drunk all the time. He ended up losing his job due to his newfound alcoholism, so he drank more to deal with that. He ended up drinking too much, got a knife, and committed suicide in his bathtub. If I never got him to have drinks with me, he probably never would have touched alcohol. He'd handled his issues like a responsible adult. Instead of drinking, he'd still have a job and he'd still be alive. Now, I don't really drink. Please take this as a lesson. You know, Reddit's an interesting place. Maybe it happened, maybe it didn't. But the bottom line is, when we read these stories, we have to absorb the fact that, yes, shit like this is happening right now. Shit like this is going to be continuing to happen all around us. So let this be a bit of a cautionary tale, because some people can't handle shit. You know what I mean? Everything in moderation. Too much of anything is probably a bad thing. But the bottom line is, you do not need to be the nigga to introduce anybody to anything. You know what I'm talking about? If you offer, you know, and they're like, okay, whatever. But don't, just because somebody broke up with their bitch, you go, hey, you know what really works for me? You need to come try this. Like, calm down. You know what I mean? Help a person out with your fucking words, if that's okay. Yes, alcohol and substance abuse ruins people's fucking lives. What the fuck? Jesse Evie is like,
Kyle, I commented that because you asked us what typical bullshit YouTube videos get views.
well, you're right, girl. But here's the thing. I do want more of you in the chat so you guys don't feel so lonely, because sometimes people comment, man, why are there so few people here? I think we're gonna cut myself. And I'm like, nigga, okay, whatever, right? But But do not mistake me for suddenly becoming a YouTuber asshole because I'm looking for people to show up. It's not going to happen, all right? This is not going to become a react channel. At the very least, I think I need to find somebody to animate old clips from some of these lists when things get absolutely hilarious, you know? Absolutely hilarious. From there, all we need to do is travel forward. As we reach number 1 on this list, but there are other lists, it reads, I sent an anonymous tip into the police that this guy had a significant amount of drugs in a hidden compartment in his car and that he regularly sold them to underage teens. Ooh. I also tipped them off that he was driving without his vehicle, or without this vehicle, around without a valid... Don't laugh, because I get mad as hell when this shit don't make no fucking sense. How drunk are these people writing this shit? God damn. Okay, I also tipped them off that he was driving without this vehicle around with a... Oh my God. Okay. Yeah. Okay, man, whatever. He was driving this vehicle around without a valid license in case they needed a reason to pull him over. These tips inevitably led him to being investigated, arrested, charged, and sentenced to a significant number of years in prison, both for the drugs and other things that were discovered about him. Aw, yeah. Why did I do it? Well, why did you write this way is the real question. He was driving without his vehicle around without a valid license. I love this. I love that, man.
It's so good.
Now, why did I do it? He was in a relationship with a family member of mine for several years and was emotionally abusive and controlling to her throughout. No matter what he did to her, she refused to leave him. Gotta find me a girl like that. Girl, come over here, let me smack her. I'm getting... Then she discovered he was cheating and confronted him, at which point the abuse turned physical. He became increasingly violent after that. She didn't want to report any of it because she didn't want to start any drama with his family, and she didn't want anyone to know what was going on. Embarrassed or ashamed, I guess, after a particularly violent incident that put her in the hospital, I thought that if I didn't do something, the next time he would kill her. So I took the information I had that she had confided to me about previously. I found a public computer and I used it to contact the police. I made sure I included as many details as possible so they'd know it wasn't a joke. Not too long after that, they showed up at his door with a warrant to search his car, and things went on from there. So it wasn't bad enough that this nigga's just, you know, an ass. He had to beat ladies and put him in the hospital. God damn. She never put it together that I was the one who alerted the police. I will never tell her either. A few years after he went away, she met a genuinely great guy who treats her well, and she's happier than I ever seen her. I don't regret what I did at all. Well, guys, I love you. Let's go ahead and continue to the next list, because I pulled this topic from multiple lists. Do me a favor and like the video, because if we can get 70 likes, then I won't, you know, kill the person that's tied up. You can hear him if you listen, you know. Also, I'm going to free this dolphin. You guys know the movie Free Willy, you know? I think killer whales are a little bit excessive, but dolphins are really smart, and I was training him to be like a really amazing subscriber. But you know how it is. Hey, dolphin, you got to subscribe to my channel? Yeah, you heard him. If you guys hit them likes, then I guess I'll set him free. Y'all don't want that dolphin to go. You like him where he is, though. As we continue up this list, wait. What has ruined your life? Okay, this is a different one. Let's go ahead and scroll down, see how many of these we can get. Oh no, half of these are non-answers. Man. Nah, I'm gonna go to like number 3. No, number 2. I worked in an excessively loud place where my coworkers would blare the stereo. I came home one night with an awful left ear pain. I filed a work complaint. Doctors didn't do shit. It ended up that I had blown a deep in my inner ear called superior canal dehiscence. This causes severe tinnitus. Now that's how you get tinnitus. The noise sensitivity and... Why are you laughing at that? That's fucked up. This guy can't hear.
I like our group, that's why.
Okay. noise sensitivity and pain, and I live the life of a hermit now. The only way to fix this hole is to cut open my skull, lift my brain, and patch the hole. There is only a handful of doctors who do this surgery in the USA, none of which take work comp insurance. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Well, number 1 on this one, but we're going to another list after. My ex. I was in a physically abusive relationship with someone who turned out to be a drug addict. One night, my ex decided I was too loud in the kitchen, decided attempting to break my nose was the answer to that problem. Then the cops were called because I went and sat in the garage in an attempt to de-escalate the situation and get my bleeding under control. The cops showed up, found me at the end of a blood trail, and had to arrest my ex. DCFS showed up the next morning because my infant son was in the house when this occurred and absolutely grilled me. You see, I was at fault for not leaving when my ex became agitated. This resulted in me having a black mark with the agency. Oh my God. The woman was at fault for not leaving when the nigga got agitated? I was working as EMT at the time and had school lined up to get my EMT intermediate and eventually become a paramedic with the end goal of becoming a firefighter. When my boss found out what had happened and the resulting DCFS investigation, air quotes, I was informed that I could no longer be employed by their agency and wouldn't be eligible for 5 fucking years. Then my boss was brutally honest and told me that I'd likely not be employable in the medical field again, so my ex beat the shit out of me. I was blamed for it, lost my job, and told him my dreams of becoming a firefighter were very unlikely. But I'm a dude who was abused by a woman, so no one gives a shit. In fact, many people think it's funny. The cop sure did that night. And there's a decent chance that I'll get messages from people mocking me for being a pussy and not hitting my son's mom back. It happened many times before. The funny thing is, man, we live in a world where, like, you're fucked if you do and you're fucked if you don't. That's all I can say about it, really. You know? And the same country that want to pretend that it's all politically okay and like, oh, we care about black people and we care about fucking women and all this bullshit. Give it a fucking, like, not even 5 years ago, not even 10 years ago. Like, movies, TV, every fucking form of media was just bashing the shit. There's still outrageous racism and, like, in Scream, I don't know. Let's not go into it. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Which celebrities ruin their lives? Nah, man, this ain't working. Somebody said that time beloved Heisman winner NFL legend O.J. Simpson committed that dumb homicide. Allegedly is right because he's a free, well, he was a free man. They didn't get him for homicide. That's sure for sure. Hey, is this how Double Jeopardy works? Where if I kill somebody and then I get let off, right? What do you mean it depends?
Sometimes they can get around it by charging you for something slightly different. But if you get off for one thing, they can't charge you for the same thing again. But it depends, and especially if you're not military, so you'd be fine. But like military, they can charge you in a military court.
Let me get this straight. If I kill somebody, right, and they hit me with homicide, all right, and then I get, you know, let's just pretend I'm a white bitch with huge titties, and, you know, I play that fucking jury like a fiddle, and, you know, and if I go and I kill somebody again,
you can get killed for the other person's murder.
Why?
Because it's not the same person. It's only for the murder of one specific person.
How the fuck can I murder a person twice, Hannah?
Exactly.
That doesn't make sense.
You can't be charged for the same murder of the same person because they already gave you your trial for that.
Oh, thing. So like say I shoot somebody in the
crime.
face, right? And then I get acquitted, right?
Yeah.
And then like the next day,
you shoot someone else.
There's like no. The next day there's like video evidence.
They have evidence.
Proving that I shot this motherfucker in the face. And I was like, the date is this, motherfucker. Read it and weep. Your ass is getting shot and I'm getting acquitted and can't nobody do nothing about it after the fact. And then they see that. Yeah.
I mean, you couldn't be charged with the same thing, but you could be charged with something else. Like, they can find other things. Like, you can be charged for aggravated assault or something.
That's
like
gay.
You know?
That nigga.
Like,
Nick,
they'll
listen.
find something else to get you
listen. Okay.
Not the same thing.
If I wanna kill a Willy,
Don't kill anyone.
I don't have to pay the Billy Willies.
Just don't
Okay.
kill anyone there.
Hey guys, truth be told, I think I said I was gonna do 40 of these, and what word was ruined by the internet? Epic? Daddy? Triggered? Lit? Oh my god, get these shits out of here. Oh no. The things that I listen to off stream. Hey look man, this shit is gangsta. I'm not going to, I shouldn't have to tell you. Listen to this, listen to this. Alright, that's enough. Y'all should go see it. Just saying. Alright, check it out. What moment completely shattered you, ruined you, or what's it say at the top here? Give me a second here. It says, what moment completely ruined, shattered you, or broke you, or broke your heart? Oh, total eclipse of the heart. Let's continue. Let me toggle that sidebar, and let's get into it. When the husband of a close friend told me that she died, as well as her unborn baby, in a freak accident a week before giving birth, I felt agony for her, for him, for their baby, for so many, for so long. She was there for the baby when she was born, or she was there for my baby when she was born, and I was going to be there for her. It's been almost 8 years, but I still want to cry. Oh my god. Did Big Worm Kevin just say that I didn't even like the video that I was listening to? Fine.
That's not them getting the like.
Yeah, it's not them getting the like. It's some faggot named Peaches Lamb. Nigga, who cares about Peaches Lamb? Okay? Out here uploading somebody else's OST to the fucking, you know, Peaches Lamb, you done fucked up, alright? Who is Peaches Lamb? Okay. Oh my god. Why did Rhea say I would kill this one? Who would Rhea kill? Michael Davis says Kyle's world. If you get off for one crime, you can't go to court for it again, ever. It's true. That shit's gangster. It's like, wait a minute. Whoa, guys. Officer, before you pull me over and try to slap me with this DUI, I'll have you know, I've gone to court and been acquitted for DUI, so I'll see you later, police officer. Oh my god. Hey, you guys saw that Discord picture that I posted where it was like a, oh my god. Wait, let me see if I can find it again. Poles in front of liquor store. The parking in front of a liquor store. Yeah. Yeah. See? Aquatroll Moon says 40 likes so far on this video, yet there is 66 watching. Who's slacking? Well, some people are only here to masturbate and then hate themselves for the fact that, you know, they don't like me, but they got to be here apparently. You know, maybe this stream is haunted. And the ghosts of my enemies are here. Ooh, fuck me. As we continue to go to number 12, because I'm actually going to go down a couple on this one, even though a lot of them seem to have been deleted, which is pretty shitty. But damn, a lot of these are gilded, baby. Damn. You know what I mean? I'm not playing. I just go down and it's like, damn, this one's gilded twice. This one's gilded. This one's gilded. This one's gilded. Goddamn. All right, look. I will read this one because it is gilded, okay? To make a long story short, there was a water heater accident in a new place that I had moved to, and my 2-year-old daughter got severely burned. When they were putting us on the jet to go to the hospital that had an expert burn unit, the EMT had to make me swear that if my daughter died mid-flight, it was a tiny jet, that I would not go apeshit and make the airplane crash. They had her so drugged up the whole way, but she was still whimpering from pain. I kept stroking her hair and telling her, we're in an airplane, just like your book. She had recently gotten a book about airplanes. She would sleepily smile for a few moments before the pain would take over again. She made it. She's 4 now. If you were not told she had been burned, you would not notice. Wow. She's beautiful. Jesus Christ. Thank God she's fine, my dude. you know? That's a pretty kid too. Some kids are ugly. Let's be real, man. Some kids are so ugly they're not even worth kidnapping. I said it, like the video. I'm kidding. Am I? I don't know. I wouldn't kidnap a kid. Do you get what I'm saying? Hey, let me use this as a platform to talk about something to y'all real quick, all right? I know some people who will not be named, okay? Like the damn video if you're here. I don't know why I don't have 70 likes. And I'm going to say it like this. I'm going to really be honest with you. I know some people who constantly show me their kids and expect me to fucking give a damn. Do you know what I mean? I have nothing against your kids, okay? Be an exemplary parent and make it so that your kids are fucking well behaved, because that seems to not be an obligation for most parents, okay? But here's the thing. I feel that the way that I am as it pertains to your children is correct. I think anybody who is totally into your kids and wants to see them and is like, oh wow, look at your kids, and they're not related to you, that shit's abnormal. Do you know what I mean? You want to know how you can trust me with your fucking kids? Because I can't stand them. Do you get what I'm saying? And in today's world where all of these niggas are trying to touch these fucking kids, that's good, okay? I don't want nothing to do with your pussy ass kids. Do you get what I'm saying? And you know, if you sat me in a room with them and told me to watch them, I would be the one to pull out a camera so that when some shit goes wrong, I can go, that shit wasn't my fault. Your kid's trying to kill themselves. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to try to keep them safe. You know what I mean? But the bottom line is, what grown motherfucker is totally, you know what I mean? Like, babies are cute in a way, you know, like, in a kind of like drunk little man way. But kids, and when they open in their mouth and they have nothing interesting to, oh, I hate them. Anyway, look. I love you. Let's continue. That's all I'm saying. Bing bong. Number 18. Too old. It was 2 days. It was 2 days after my 17th birthday. Now we're talking. Okay, guys, I am joking, and I still think about it daily. A close buddy of mine had dropped off the radar about 24 hours ago, which we normally wouldn't think anything of. He was the kind of guy to just turn off his phone and disappear with a crazy girl, only to show up a few days later with some amazing story. What concerned us was the fact that his parents, who almost never spoke to us, had called us to ask if we had heard from him. I guess he would check in with them daily, and the fact that he hadn't heard from him, or they hadn't heard from him, was startling. We started calling around and found out that he was last seen leaving a party in his 1983 BMW 318i that he had purchased exactly 1 month before. What a douche. I'm kidding. We went out looking for him, but nobody had seen him. The next day I woke up to a phone call from a friend saying to check the local paper. Oh boy. There was a brief reporter of an unidentified man in his late 20s who had died when he crashed his BMW in the center divider. I called the police department, asked for a description, but they said they couldn't give it to me. I can vividly remember hearing the officer's voice shrink as I started to describe my friend to him. I had to explain to him that the reason my friend had no ID was because he wasn't in his late 20s. He had just turned 16. He didn't have his license yet. I still think about him daily, and I miss you, buddy. Moral of this story is don't drive without a license, my niggas. What do you think happened? You think he was drunk and he was drunk driving? That's so sad.
I'd love to get creepy man at my barn in trouble for driving without a license. Not having a license once.
That's pretty sad. I can only hope he wasn't drunk. You know. At least, you know, because then people are a danger to others, and you know how it is. Number 17. I was cheated on by my wife while deployed in Afghanistan. It's the most helpless feeling in the world knowing your family is being torn apart. You blame the distance at first, and then you blame yourself. How can you blame anyone other than the bitch cheating in a relationship or somebody cheating? You know what I mean? Whether it's the dude or the female, the person cheating is at fault. It is not hard to just make it clear to your fucking significant other, hey man, hey, I'm interested in somebody else. Where it goes from there, I mean, you know, people are just selfish and fucking disgusting. And that's the bottom line. How can you bring yourself to... It's disgusting to me, you know what I mean? You're bringing yourself to get physically involved with like multiple people and trying to keep it behind their backs and shit like that. This dude is deployed. He's out there making that money and putting that roof over the head. And you know, I feel like some of these military wives, man. I don't know. And I bet like in that world, it's socialized as like normal or something. Yeah, I bet over 5 out of 10 military wives have probably been fucking around with other people, and that's disgusting. Number 16, my boyfriend had gotten back from overseas, and he fell asleep on the phone with me. I curled up next to it because I wanted to feel like I was sleeping with him, and I laid there, and the things I heard broke my heart, more than anything ever has or ever would. If I tried to talk to him, it only made things worse, so I just closed my eyes and tried to be there for him when he'd wake up. And after he hung up, I cried for a long time. I think hearing his pain and not being able to do anything about it was the hardest part. That's kind of sad. Way to not elaborate. Way to not elaborate. This isn't a creepypasta, you know what I mean, where we can make our own spooky dookie. But yeah, no. I think the idea that whoa. Did some bitch just fucking comment on a video of mine while I'm streaming? We going into the comment section. Hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. I'm streaming right now and you out here. What the fuck? Wait a minute. Okay, let's see. Oh, it's the same girl, and she goes, if you could see the look on my face. Your titties ain't big enough to be talking to me like this. Spelled with a D, so you know that I mean business. You better recognize. Yeah. No, not that. Okay, not that. Bitch. Okay, no. Okay, let's just leave it there. All right, good. All right. As we continue up this list, ooh, forgot I opened that one. As we continue, okay, not that one either. As we continue up this list, we arrive at number 13. My wife died of cancer. Oh boy. She was 50 and we'd been married 29 years. She was the light of my life, and although I function, I will never be the same. Oh boy. Well, as we continue up to maybe 8? Or am I skipping? Listen. Number 9. After what felt like an eternity of waiting, hearing my mom break down and cry while telling me that the paramedics couldn't revive my 2.5-year-old brother, I'll always remember that day pretty vividly. I was only 8 and blamed myself. Why would you blame yourself? I think the kid drowned. That's never okay. That's never okay. What's going on the stream chat? You guys are being strange. The Sheep says, we call military spouses dependas, and it's more like 9 out of 10. Oh my god, what a horrifying statistic, dude. Kevin says, yeah, but how many dudes are fucking around while deployed? Pretty much all of them, I guess. Pretty much all of them. I guess they're made for each other when you put it like that. You know, it just sucks when you get the mismatched ones. Because it'd be better like this. If a guy who knows, if a guy is up front with a hoe and he's like, look, bitch, I'm going to be running around when I go out there. And you're free to run around. Just sit on this house for me and you get to, you know, reap the benefits. Blah, blah, blah. Be here for me when I come back. But why they gotta link up like they're interested in monogamy and then fuck around, I guess, is my point. Anyway, here we go. Number 8, I just gotten a call from my housemates telling me that my best friend had died. Minutes later, his girlfriend called me from the airport asking me what the fuck was going on. They had been apart for a semester while she studied abroad. She was flying back that day to finally reunite with him, and they were madly in love. I had to be the one to tell her that he was gone. Oh boy. Oh boy. Number 7, welp, time to call my parents and siblings. Shut up. This is another self-referential, oh, this list is so dark, I can't handle it type bullshit. Number 4, the moment my boyfriend of 4 years' phone lit up with a message from Hannah saying, I love you, boo. Good night. Who the fuck is Hannah?
Don't look at me like that. You know I don't say boo. Do I?
You know I don't say boo. I remember.
Look how they spell Hannah.
I remember.
My name is spelled.
I remember staring at it for a long time. He was in the bathroom and I wanted so badly to look through his phone, but I didn't. I just stared at the screen until it went dark. The feeling of him coming back into the room and kissing the top of my head was one of the worst moments of my life. For so long, it had been a loving gesture and now it was just empty. He didn't love me the way that I loved him. He had cheated on me with her for about a year and it destroyed me. But the person I rebuilt is as much stronger, smarter, and overall better person. I like the way that she wrote the person I rebuilt, dude. She had been fucked up. Sometimes people got to break to be able to reach their true potential. Aquatrol Moon knows all about that, you know. Used to be just a flat-chested little boy. And now they've evolved into a big-titted woman. But Jess has gone the opposite direction. Jess used to be a girl, and now she's like, fuck that. I want to be a man. And she went to the surgeons, and she was all like, you better rip this thing inside out. Yeah, that looks okay. You know what I've never seen, Hannah? I've never looked up actively. Vaginas that have been flipped out to make penises. I have never seen that. And I consider myself lucky for just not, you know, casually running into that on the internet. And that's what matters. Listen, yeah, if anybody who posts that in Discord is getting banned. How about that? Don't fucking do it. Do not shame me. Ria Monte says, he called me right before the stream to tell me he is so lucky to be my dad. And he said he was just so overcome with the pride that he had to call me. What the fuck did Ria do? What did Ria do that's so fucking big a deal?
She's just an awesome daughter.
My asshole. What dad just calls up? Oh my god, you know what? I fucking love you. I fucking love you. You're so great. The pride is, oh my god. Daughter, listen to me. Dad, have you been drinking? Oh my god, what the fuck? Listen, number 3, okay? Halfway through boot camp, they woke me up in the middle of the night to tell me that I had a phone call. This was not common practice. It was my mom telling me that my dad had just had surgery because of a walking pneumonia. My parents had been divorced for years, so this was also fucking strange. When I graduated boot camp, my dad couldn't make it, but he paid for my mom to go. Also strange. When I saw my mom after the ceremony, that's when she told me that he had lung cancer. It was really bad. I saw him during my boot camp leave and he looked very fucking bad, but his spirits were upbeat. When I went back to a school, my dad and I became AT&T's best customers. I talked to him every night on the phone for like an hour or more, like clockwork. I headed to one of our payphones with a seat, called him, chat, and we just chat for hours about this and that, mostly about me telling him how my day was. After about 3 months, he wasn't doing so well. Even though I was in the middle of a nuclear field A school electronics, they were going to give me a week off so I could go visit him, also highly irregular. This would force them to have to move me to a new class. I had airline tickets all set to leave on Friday afternoon to go home and spend a week with him. On Friday afternoon, as I was finishing up a few more classes, my chief and base chaplain pulled me out of a transistors lab. My dad had died that morning, hours before I could go see him again. Ooh. Someone else says, you had excellent commanding officers. Yeah, somebody else just come in there and be like, death happens all around us, you stupid maggot. Get the fuck back to class. I'm sorry. Not everything is Full Metal Jacket, I suppose. That movie doesn't even work today. Isn't that great? Isn't that great that a movie where somebody's yelling faggot doesn't fit in today's society because...
What did you just fucking say? I am actually a girl.
Okay, well, okay. My bad. Guys in the stream chat, like the video if you have been misgendered, like Jess Evie. New day, new body parts. Never a dull moment. Oh my god. Jess, I'm sorry. I just wanted you to be a great triple D. Triple D. Triple D. I'm glad she's not here to hear that. Triple D. I went to fucking Chipotle today, guys, and I feel like I should have got a burrito because I got the bowl instead. It was alright. Queso was spicier than I expected. As we travel up. Number 2. When I found out my husband was molesting our daughter. Kid rape. Every list. When I found out my husband was molesting our daughter, I didn't know if I could ever trust someone again. It changed me fundamentally. I've been in therapy and that's helped. It's been 5 years and I'm only now starting to feel like myself again. I'm so sorry that this bitch had to deal with that. Because you know what the sickest part is? Take it from somebody who reads this shit all the time. The sickest part of some of these stories is that sometimes both of the parents are in on it. Dia said, I heard that. I'm here, KL. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Wait. Alright, as we travel up to number 1 on this list, it says, my mom died when I was a senior in high school. It all seemed very surreal, and like she had never actually left since everyone of hers, or everything of hers, was still in the house. Oh boy. At her funeral, after hearing my brother and sister speak, make morbid jokes as our family tends to do, and just generally do the normal funeral stuff, it finally hit me. It had been several days since she had passed, but it just hit me all at once like a bag of bricks that I would never ever hear her voice again. Do you guys think that death is creepier now? That we have so many videos and recordings of people? Or that it was creepier then when all most people really had was like a photograph to look back and remember people as they were? You know, I could die right now and you guys would have tons of just me being a vulgar, inappropriate, deliberately off-putting douchebag in most of these lists to make it so that people would come and go, oh, he reads the, oh, I don't like him, I'm out of here. You know what I mean? But the bottom line is, death is all around us, baby. Anyway, look, she would never be there to nag me when I needed to take out the trash, clean my room, do my homework, or a million other things that she had to constantly remind me to do. That was the moment that I broke down and started sobbing. I hadn't shed a tear up until that point. Maybe it was shock, I don't know. In the moment I realized that I now lived in a different world. One where I had to finish growing up without the aid of a mother. Kevin says, who will I haunt? I don't know. I think the fact that I can't be aroused as a ghost when that's like so big a part of who I am means that like, the thing is, here's a crazy thing. I'm going to type it, not say it because it's a little bit disgusting. Sorry, I don't know why I type shrugs. It's because on my phone it like emotically yeah, automatically turns the shrugs into the little, you know, shrug emoji, the ASCII, whatever. So there's that, guys. I mean, that's got to be 40, right? What do you want from me? I didn't get 70 likes, and I should have. You guys hurt me. You hurt me. Let me see here. I mean, I could read this very quickly just to give you guys a heads up on what's going on Reddit right now. I pulled all of those lists from the past because the top thing on Reddit right now is something along the lines of Here's what it is. A British charity that helps victims of forced marriage recommends hiding a spoon in your underwear if your family is forcing you to fly back to your old country so you can get married. And the reason that you do this is that you can talk to the authorities when the metal detector goes off and they have to question you privately, you know? The person in this thread asks, have you or anyone else that you know done this? And how did it go? Okay. But naturally, because this is Reddit, every response is just going to be like, you know, this didn't happen to me, but, you know, I think this is great. Just like the first one. This is good advice. Seriously. I have worked at an airport and have spoken to a security officer that helped a woman stop being transported and killed. Whoa. The woman did not know she was going to be coming home until she got into the airport and her husband went to the toilet and she realized only he had a return ticket. She somehow managed to quickly think to hide her bangle so that she could set the metal detector off and have to be searched. As the officer was up close and searching her, the woman whispered, "Help me." The officer quickly took her to a private search, grabbed the woman's bags and passport as protocol, and went into the private search room. The woman fell on the floor crying, begging for help, so they called the police. The husband started to get suspicious and tried to break his way into the room, and the officer had to push against the door. Thankfully, the police turned up straight away and restrained the guy. He was arrested and she was given protection and moved to a new city and start a new life. Cute. That's really awesome, man. Some of these ladies getting sold into sex trafficking, boy. And that's the end of the life that they could have, which is kind of sad. Oh, boy. Dia says, "Oh, Kyle, what have you done? Booby queen." Wait, booby queen? Oh, boy. Somebody named Arc After says, "I'm good. My roommate is taking a while to shower." Sounds kind of hot, Arc After. Tell us more. Jess says, "Dia, well, someone has to be the booby queen, and it definitely can't be me." Dia be the booby queen. Not to be cheesy, but I am now that I'm surrounded virtually by such lovely people. You're the lovely one. The sheep says, "Wait a second." My man sheep. I mean, my woman sheep. Oh, boy. What?
Arc After is sheep's wife.
Arc After is sheep's wife. Wow. Hello, sheep's wife. How you enjoying your sheep 2.0? Hmm? Tell us about it. For those who may not be aware in the stream chat, sheep used to be a he, but now she a fee, if you know what I mean. Okay. Make me want to play that that fucking tribal Black Panther music again. Yeah, I should really watch that movie. I really loved it. I mean, it was exciting for me. What do you expect? Don't expect some revolutionary new shit. It's another fucking Marvel movie, but I do love it. I love it. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze.
Bless you.
Shut up. No.
You didn't get your shirt.
I didn't get my shirt up, no. Not that I would want to ruin the inside of the shirt. Why didn't I take this off?
I don't know.
Hey guys, after I went to Chipotle, I just went to throw something on when we got home. So I was like, man, let's watch Bob's Burgers, and I never watched that, so there's tons of new episodes. And when I looked down, I was wearing my Totoro, Bob's Burger shirt. If you guys haven't seen that, it looks like this. Here it is. Yeah, I think I got it off of Ripped where I want to get another hoodie, but usually they suck in balls. The Fresh Panther of Wakanda. I like that, the Panther, but it's Batman style. I like that they're all Black Panther things. They end in 2 hours. We're gonna see what they got going on tomorrow. This is cool, but I don't know. Bat Panther. Thank you for the bless, Dia. Bless you, Dia. Phoenix Ostapowicz says that's an awesome shirt. Wow. Arc After says, "I am blessed every day to be with my darling." Oh, that's so sweet. I'm so happy for the both of you. May the sweetness that you guys have parallel the sweetness of all of you being here with me. Thank you for being so amazing, guys. I wish that there were another list of shit that people ruined that I could dig deep into, But if I dug too hard, it'd be pretty shitty, and I know it. Here's one. It says, well, let me save this disturbing shit for later. This might get good. Here's one that says, for those of you who were at the wrong place at the wrong time, what situation did you walk into? Okay. So we're going to go down maybe 3 and then see. Having a party at my house, I noticed the door to the game room was closed. Strange, I said to myself. I walk over, open the door to see if anything was out of place. I then see my buddy, a male, face fucking my cousin, female, literally thrusting like he was trying to blow her brains out. I couldn't help but say, whoa, fuck. And of course, they both freak out. He pulls his cock out of her mouth, and it made a suction noise that I still remember to this day. It was a little awkward around my cousin for the rest of the night, but we all laugh about it now. In the game room. Here's the thing. I have a party at my house and I have family over. Y'all niggas gonna fuck in this house? In a room where you ain't locking a door as well? There's so many things wrong. Getting face fucked in the suction. You know what I mean? It's not funny. It's gross. God. You know what I mean? Oh. Number 2. Passed out drunk on the bed where people were tossing coats at a party. Woke up later that night to a couple having sex on top of me. Complaining about how lumpy the bed was. Somebody said right place at the right time. Come on now. Number 1 on this list. I used to work for a venomous reptile museum. Okay, this one doesn't seem sex-oriented at all. We hope. Meaning a place where we housed lots and lots of deadly creatures to educate the public. We were all training on protocol to handle them, using tools, not your hands, obviously, and protocol was deeply important because it could cost you your life, or at least a large amount in hospital bills if you failed. Lots of good folks doing serious, helpful work with amazing animals. I love this job, but I was also super ingrained in my very reasonable fear of what these animals were capable of. Once I walked in, my friend / coworker cleaning out the shift cage for a cobra intended to hand him some extra tools and observed the process. He lifts his face ever so slightly to acknowledge me, and the monocled cobra, who is 6 feet, for your information, practically flies out of the cage, slides down his chest, and lands on the floor with a plop. He is now standing with a monocled cobra rearing up on the floor maybe 3 feet from him, well within strike range. Now this is my friend, my coworker. Sometimes I respect and admire, and someone who is still my friend to this day. You'd think to yourself, if this was my friend, I'd dive in and save him from that cobra. Yeah, you do that. I had a good, solid training monologue in my head of proper protocol screaming at me, secure the room, snake loose, secure the room, snake loose. So what do? I fucking dart out of there so fast the security footage was like Scooby-Doo running from a ghost. You can actually see my eyes bug out of my legs, and my legs become a blur. Luckily, my friend calmly followed his protocol and emerged from the room to give me about a metric ton of well-deserved shit for the speed at which I exited. Well, that's what happens. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? We got some work to do now. You know, you really got some monkey balls, and Scooby-Doo, get ready for your egg. I'm sorry, you really got some monkey balls. I apologize. I remember seeing a little Black Panther in a box earlier today, and I want to see that again, so let me go ahead and see if I can find the right.
It wasn't that little either.
Where's the thumbnail? Here it is. I got the wrong bookmarks all over the place. Okay, let's see. People you met on Halo 3 with these pictures were not to be trusted. Yo, it seemed like Xbox 360 was so many years ago, my dude. Oh my god. I'm so old, dude. Oh man, it feels forever ago. That's rude. Look, I was looking for the damn Black Panther in the box one. Let me see if I can type it into the, I think I found it. There was a picture earlier of the Black Panther or somebody dressed as him in an Amazon box with naturally the caption, "If I fits," which is a reference to the, you know, the phrase, "If I fits, I sits," which is, you know, alluding to cats that usually get into something. And if they can fit in it, whether it's a drawer, whether it's a sink, whether it's a box, they will sit. If I fit, I sit. Because, you know, the Panther is technically a cat. The Black Panther movie is out now in full swing. Someone's using this opportunity to not only have a little fun, but basically to demonstrate, you know, how fucking convincing and good looking their outfit is. I love this helmet. I want this helmet. But when I was looking on Amazon, I'll tell you what happened. Don't laugh at me. I know I'm a man. Well, a man's man. When I was looking on Amazon, I saw this Black Panther helmet, and I was like, yeah, that's okay, right? Let me try to see if I can organically recreate what I saw. I was looking at Black Panther for the helmet, okay, and I was like, yeah, all of these are whatever. I saw this one with the little eye holes in it. I was like, okay, this ain't bad. But what happened was I like scrolled down, and oh wow, this ain't that bad. A ruler cosplay. I don't think this protrudes, you know? Not that I'd be looking for that. I'm a manly man, okay? Ooh, this costume has like the chest part. I don't know. It don't be looking like the new one, though. You see the problem? You see the problem? Okay, anyway, I came across a fucking Star-Lord helmet that looked better, so I was like, hell yeah, look at that. Look, the reason that I've brought you guys here to look at this is because when you look at this picture, the area that you're focused on is naturally right here. But the people on Reddit apparently were focused right here. And if you can see the bottom of the door, you can see the seams in the, you know, you can see the light protruding through the bottom of the door.
Don't look at me like that.
When I came in earlier today, no, I'm not gonna put you on blast, even though I should. No, don't worry about it. The people on Reddit go, replace your weather stripping on your door. It'll save you money on your energy bills and keep the bugs and spiders out. Guys, I need new weather stripping. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Aaron Deere says, Kyle, how much for me to get you to do this? Buy me the damn suit and I'll do it. How? Buy me the damn suit. To be honest, this helmet looks pretty identical to the one that I just closed. You feel me? Let's be real. No, go back another page. That's the same one, ain't it? Get over here. That looks like the same damn helmet, my dude. No, I don't know. The eyes look a little different, but it could be, maybe he modified it. I don't know, man. Look, what does this matter? None of this is relevant. It's a damn helmet. Guys, I love you to death. What do you guys doing the rest of your night, you know? Oh, wow. Wow, it was open on tabs on the left. I'm such an idiot. Because this is the guy's actual subreddit. I mean, Twitter. Oh, boy. Oh, look, someone named Jackie Vanity subscribed. Wow, Jackie. Vain much? I'm thinking that we should call this a night. Then you guys will see me again tomorrow. Try to do something during the day. I think we're only like 3 days out from my birthday, so that'll be interesting. I love you guys to death. Thank you for being amazing. Linda says gonna do some gameplay later, Kyle. I mean, what gameplay, man? Let me just screw around in Monster Hunter. What?
You wouldn't let me play anything.
The thing is, the only people that, oh, you know what? Yeah, I guess we could do something like that. I don't know. But should we do it now, you know? Nah, we're tired. And you guys need to go to bed. So I'll do something during the day tomorrow, I promise you guys. During the day, look out. If you're interested, we'll do some gaming streams. Maybe we'll even just talk together. And I'll let Hannah play something. Go into the Discord if you haven't been there yet. And then, you know, we can even suggest things that would be a better idea to do. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you for being here tonight. Thank you to all of my wonderful and sexy sponsors. You guys are amazing. And I think that we just reached the ability to make a new emoji. So go, you know, tell me what the best new emoji should be in the Discord chat. Thank you to all my patrons. You know, I'm forever waiting for messages from all of you to let me know what specifically you'd be interested in doing. I'm still put the finishing touches on some things that I've edited for things that Emily has written, so special thanks to her. And you guys will be able to catch me at the same time every night. Sorry about the late start tonight, but you know I love you to death. So Snapchat me if you need me by typing in just my name. Can you believe that? Add me on PlayStation if you want to play Monster Hunter, World War II, or Overwatch. I pretty much don't really play anything else. And then if you guys want a little bit of you're up late action, just go into the Discord. You'll see me. I love you. Have a great night. Wow. Chelsea, no Chelsea. Thank you, Chelsea. Okay. Thank you. Good night.